Much of the seasonal holiday cheer is matched with one or two cheers as we toast to our families in good times. And for most of us, that's all it is, a celebration. For others, though, who struggle with addiction, the stress of the season can lead to difficult choices. Ed O'Reilly from the Neil Kennedy Recovery Clinic in Dublin is here with advice for everyone to follow, especially if you are hosting a holiday party. Ed, so nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Gail.
This is a great topic for this time of year, something we really do need to think about. And how does this struggle, people dealing with addiction, intensify during the holiday season?
Well, most people who have a drinking issue are accustomed to a certain degree of latitude from their families and people around them at the holidays, which they typically take advantage of by consuming significant amounts of alcohol, and chalking it up to, well, it's the tradition. Now, if you combine that with the fact that, I mean, there are just added stressors in general in the holiday times, then, you know, you get a unfortunate combination.
And your team at the Neil Kennedy Recovery Clinic can help some of those folks deal with maybe what their triggers are that can keep them, you know, or get them off the wagon.
Absolutely, and that's a good treatment word you got there, triggers. That's one of the things is that people work on, because sometimes the triggers are unconscious. They don't actually notice them at the time. And sometimes, of course, they are. But one of the issues, of course, is learning what you associate with drinking. One of the phrases I commonly use is you're in control until you're not in control, but you're not in control a lot earlier than you think. Okay? And so you can have triggers happening occasionally without even actually realizing it. And it sets you up.
Well, we have some tips for folks who are dealing with addiction during the holidays, and the first thing you mentioned is avoid events that emphasize drinking, which is probably a party, harder for family gatherings, I'm assuming.
Well, yes. One of the things to do is to make an attempt to be honest with yourself, okay? You know what an event historically is about, okay? And if the event is about people drinking a lot of shots and, you know, jumping up and down and everything, it's kind of like, well, you know, that actually is mostly oriented around drinking. If it happens to be more like a family event in which they are going to serve wine at dinner, that's a different thing.
Okay.
And so you have to be honest in assessing what the situation is.
I want to make sure we get to all these, Ed. So the other one is always have a plan.
Yes, again, it's one of these, you're in control, you're not in control, but you're not in control a lot earlier than you think. If you're going to an event where you know there will be drinking, here will be an obvious example. Always have an escape plan. Okay? In other words, if it starts to bother you, you need to be able to leave.
And know that you need to leave.
Exactly. You need to know to be able to leave, but for example, don't pick your ride if somebody's driving who you know is going to want to stay there a long time.
Well, that leads to the next one, because you say don't rely on a friend to watch you.
Yes, I call those minders, okay? And here's the problem. First of all, it's not somebody else's job to keep me from drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's really a setup for a nasty argument. Okay, I mean, it really is.
Whether it's family or friend.
Exactly, it is, and they will not be able to actually do it if you really want to. Now, I'm not saying it's not. If you have a plan of here's 5 things I'm going to do, and the 5th one is I'm going to have somebody kind of keep an eye on me,
right,
that's fine. Just don't make it your whole plan.
Now, for people who are hosting a party or family gathering, how can they help that serving some non-alcoholic beverages, I would assume, is part of a plan that they should have to be a responsible host?
Yes, I do believe anymore these days people have definitely gotten a little bit more responsible, but I would say clearly have non-alcoholic drinks on hand. Don't sort of, I guess, push people to drink.
I agree.
There's no reason. So if you, and pretty much I don't really need to explain that, I don't think. It's like, you know, oh, well, really, got to try this new wine. It's just marvelous. And it's like, if they say no,
respect that.
Let it go.
Yeah, and have food. Oh my gosh, so many parties, they've gotten into the little finger food things. It's really not enough to help people who are drinking all evening long.
Exactly. Now, and you have a prime excuse too, because it's Christmas. I mean, you know, in my family growing up, it was just as much about food as it was about, you know, having alcoholic beverages on hand. So truck out those old family recipes and, you know, all that great food, and, you know, encourage people to eat.
and in some cases not to drink. Ed, thank you. That's great things we should all keep in mind as we head into these party seasons. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail.